Welcome to the Bad Parents Podcast. My name is Johnny Garbutt.
I'm Shauna Whalen.
I'm Ryan.
Great. Fantastic. Nice to meet
Parker.
all of you. We just came off the morning show on Global. We had a national television segment.
Your mama got to see you out in BC.
Today, she did. She sent a message via text after we were done saying, that was fire. And I'm like, stop using emojis. And it was great. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. And we got to talk about a lot of holiday do's and don'ts. Holido's and holidon'ts.
Holla do.
And so if you saw the segment, and you know, Jeff and Carolyn are great, and they asked us to come back, and hopefully that segment will get us a invite back again.
Wow.
We'll find out. We'll see.
Didn't get the invite today.
Last time we did it, it was immediate. Hey, are you guys available December 10th? We're like, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, right.
Today, nothing.
No.
We got one thumbs up on the way out.
And how come I'm the only one that is wearing makeup? You guys decided not to go with the whole makeup thing. How come?
I think the makeup person decided Shauna and I were attractive enough that we just didn't need it. We could just
They
roll
pulled
right
you
in.
aside.
Yeah, she came around. She's like, do you want makeup? I'm like, She goes, you want makeup. Too much of a shine.
And then you got taken out of the studio.
Yeah, I got
didn't know
taken
where
out.
you were. And so
She took me to a room where they fix you up good.
you look very matte.
Like,
Yeah,
like
like-
the name Matt?
You look like an expensive car.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Like a matte, your forehead has a matte finish.
I'll tell you right now, it is very relaxing. Like she just had like a foam type thing, Shauna.
Oh.
And it's just like dabbing your nose and under your eyes and stuff
Oh,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
It is like,
You love it. You love people touching you.
Oh.
I don't.
I feel that what Ryan got done to him as far as like makeup being applied, that's like almost like adult ASMR,
yeah.
right? Like the feather stuff, like maybe a little S&M you're kind of into. I don't know. I don't know.
I would definitely be into that.
I think so.
We
I
just
take
found
Because
out-
you like pain, right?
Yeah.
Because you love being massaged 9.8 out of 10. Like you really like a firm hand when you're getting massaged, correct?
Right. And at the end, just kick me in the balls
Weird.
just to make it the S&M part.
Is that covered by our
you imagine?
our insurance,
like,
or
sorry,
is that extra?
I'm going to have to pay two separate bills here.
Can I get two
I knew
checks?
a coworker who got certain massages covered by the company.
Why? The massage place did that?
Yeah.
Oh, they faked it?
Uh-huh.
They're like, you got an appointment at 1:30 in the morning?
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you real quick now before we get
It's a
started.
great
here.
scam, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We were driving to a soccer game like last year, like a whole family. And I passed by a place where they do that. The old tuggy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Ooh, tuggy. And I saw like the gentleman, he parked his car like so far from it and then walked right towards it. And I'm like with my family, and it was like the best part of the day. It was like 11:30 on a Saturday morning.
That's a great way to start the weekend.
A little tug surprise.
I love it. Growing up, we called them Jack Shacks. Anywho,
That's weird you called your kid Jack.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird. No,
What if you had twins, Jack and Shaq?
Oh, that'd be the worst. We can't, Sarah, and it means something else.
And you'd have a daughter and you call her Nude Reverse.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
That's the most expensive, I hear.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Shauna, you're a guy.
Yes.
You go to a Jack Shack. Oil or powder?
Oil.
Interesting.
100%.
It's hard to shower off afterwards. I'm just saying. It's hard to shower off. I'm just, Holido's, holidon'ts. Let's switch the gears here.
All right.
So that's what we did on the morning show today with Carolyn and Jeff. We just did our own holido's and holidon'ts, and you get a little bit of time on the TV show, so let's just expand on it, right?
Okay.
So they asked us what our holido's were.
All right.
So my holido was to take a little adult time out, right? Just go somewhere, regroup. In all honesty, and you know what? I know it's for a holido. I feel that maybe 3 times a week I need to take an adult time out, where it's just like if I don't leave,
I'm 3 times a day.
maybe if I don't leave, I'm going to overreact to the situation, and it doesn't deserve the reaction that this is about to get.
Yeah.
And so you take a bit, go outside. I usually like move the garbage bins around,
Yeah, right.
and then come back inside, and I'm just different. I'm in a different headspace, and so I think that especially during the holidays, family, friends, just taking a break.
It's the best IKEA commercial they've ever made is where the guy goes into the bedroom. You can tell there's a family party going on, and he goes in the room, closes the door, puts his feet sort of in the rug. He leans against the door. And he just has that moment when it's too much. And then his wife knocks on the door. You think he's kind of in trouble, that he escaped, and then she gives him the baby, and she goes in the room
Right.
for her timeout. It's
They
a
switch.
brilliant commercial.
I thought the best IKEA commercial was "Start the car."
yeah, okay, all
that's
right.
right.
That was
Start the
good
car.
too.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your holiday?
I order a lot of meals since we got delivery service to our rural neighborhood. We overdo it, but I think that when you have the kids home, like there's only so much stress you can put on yourself. So we order a lot of DoorDash. And my do is do food delivery.
Yeah, it's almost like a cooking timeout.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. And it's not even the cooking; it's the cleanup.
Sure. I also feel that 2024, we just got internet in our neighborhood, like high-speed internet, is we just got food service delivery now being in our neighborhood.
Right.
That's the 2024 equivalent
I know.
of we just got high-speed internet.
Yeah, and we have a guy who drives a Mercedes. His name's Alexi, and he delivers us coffee on Saturday morning. And we walk the dog, and he comes around the court, and we wave. There's Alexi. We'll have coffee when we get home. Like, who are we?
To the
Rockefellers?
point where last week you like took a picture of Alexi's drop off and sent it to us. You're like, oh, he really is named Alexi.
He really is.
The best part on the morning show today, if you go back and watch it, the picture that you put up was like, I guess it was McDonald's at the door. And I was like, hey, it's kind of festive. It had like red tape. Like
Yeah,
it
right.
looked like a festive little Christmas McDonald's package. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's pretty smart.
They really go extra on the holidays to make it festive and make you feel like a piece of shit.
What's your holiday, right?
My do is treat yourself to the Jack Shack. You know what? Like,
Oh my God.
the old nude reverse.
Hey, Grandma puts $20 in the card to
That's
take it
it.
straight to the Jack Shack.
This one's for you, Grandma.
Oh my
Say to the girl, hi, I know English is new to you,
Oh my
but
God.
Grandma's cheating me.
Like
to
you
a-
brought the card like into the
Yeah,
shop,
yeah, shake
and
it.
you're like, shake it out.
You shake it out and you're like, what can I get for this? Nude reverse. Thanks, Grandma.
Oh my God.
How much? Do you accept pound sterling? This came from my Auntie Pat in England.
Pound sterling. That sounds like who I'd order.
Yeah, pound sterling. Can I get a pound sterling for this pound sterling, please?
Oh my God.
No, my
Johnny
do
liked
was
that.
just brought it back. Call that a back ref.
Yeah.
Which is another thing
I
you can
know.
get. My do is like you kind of opposite of yours, although I do know what you mean in terms of like you're in the kitchen nonstop cleaning and cooking and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I also like to play with food a little bit. Like you have some time, and turkey to me it's okay, but there's a reason why we have all those side dishes because it's such a dry bird, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like the whole plate of food. It's the first thing I eat just to kind of get it over with.
Yes.
Meanwhile, everyone stresses about the freaking thing.
I feel that there is a pressure to have the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't take stuffing, nobody will call you on it.
Right.
You don't take the potatoes, no one's calling you on it.
That's
You don't take the
true.
turkey, they're like, what's wrong? What are we doing
know.
turkey? What if your entire Christmas dinner was just side sitting and there was no pressure to have the turkey?
Right.
Still make the gravy,
Right.
still do it all. I just don't want the meat part.
Brilliant.
Yeah, like last year we made a mushroom. Well, you gave me a vegetarian cookbook, and so we made a mushroom Wellington, and it was fantastic. And I made like Boston baked beans that took like 12 hours.
Whoa.
Because then you don't have time. I guess the whole point is that if you're lucky enough to be off on holidays,
Yeah.
then you have the time, right? You maybe have a week off, and you can wake up in the morning and go to the shop and get whatever you need to cook. Because at home during the weekday and during the regular year, it's chaos.
Yeah, I think we should also put up a disclaimer that if having turkey is your traditional Christmas thing to do, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
There you go. Okay. Just joking. Okay, you want to get into some holidays?
I like the don'ts.
Okay, so my don't is you don't have to make everything perfect. So I feel that it's these sort of, if you were to ask me talking about food, what did I have for Christmas dinner 3 years ago? And can I explain? I can't. But I can tell you all these sort of like imperfective moments where like things went wrong or funny with the family. And those are the moments that last a lifetime. So I don't think you need to have this sort of like this over exaggerated perfect Christmas because it's not going to happen.
That's so good.
And
That's
just
true.
And just enjoy it, right? And just, that's it. That's not everything has to be perfect.
We still talk about the Christmas where my little guy, he was 2, he got a doctor's kit and he went around the room and took everybody's fake temperature,
Right.
and then everyone got Norwalk.
Oh, really?
Everyone got Norwalk.
Come on.
Yeah, because he was basically passing
Yeah.
whoever had it. I
my.
think I blame Uncle Kenny, but it went around the whole house.
Holy maybe.
And that's a holiday
So
memory.
12 hours later,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's just...
Everybody.
Did you play that during COVID as well?
Not great story?
That is
It's
great, though.
amazing,
But
right?
that's-
But you
that's
remember it, right?
perfect.
So what did you have for dinner that night?
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you hear stories of like, if the power goes out or something like that, and then you light candles, and then you look back and you're like, hey, you know what? That was actually a blessing in disguise.
Last year on Christmas Day, we stayed over Christmas Eve into Christmas Day at my in-laws, Joe and Teresa's. And we woke up and we're like, man, is it cold in here? And the furnace went out
Right.
on Christmas Day.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, well, we're screwed. Let's move Christmas. They called a guy. A guy's working on Christmas Day. Shout out to everybody
My
who
husband has done it.
Mike.
Yep, shout out to everybody who works on Christmas Day, whether you're healthcare, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Came, fixed it, saved Christmas. Bruno showed up, saved Christmas by fixing the heater, right?
Yes.
And I'll remember it till the day I
oh
die.
yeah.
Well, that's a nice segue for my holiday. Is it holiday? Don't.
It's a holiday. Don't. We'll just skip over Shauna.
Didn't you just do yours?
No, but you do yours.
Oh, mine is Holla don't. Holla, don't be afraid to go to the Jack Shack on Christmas morning. They do operate, and they are working.
Yeah.
They work for
Peppermint
straight
oil?
No, my Holla don't was like, don't
Peppermint oil.
That's amazing.
like every single thing that happens in your life on Christmas doesn't have to go on social media. You want to take a million pictures for you? I get it.
Yeah.
You want to take a nice one with your family in the tree? I get it. But it's like every 2 seconds there's a new picture. And then if I can say this,
Just say it. You said Jack Shack already.
you know that sometimes you see couples or families with like the matching pajamas. They're all wearing the matching pajamas, and part of me just thinks like I hope that you're bankrupt. Or sometimes I look at the kids, I'm like, I hope one of those isn't the dad's and he doesn't know. Is that wrong?
No, it's fine.
Because they just look so happy. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Just so you know,
they're so happy. I'm not so happy.
some people will say, yes, that is wrong to say.
Some
sorry.
say wrong.
Some people will. Now, the best part is we were on the morning show today,
yeah.
and we knew, like,
Oh,
they kind of
no.
script what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So we knew coming up that they had this like stock photo when Ryan talks about the family in the pajamas. They were going to show this stock photo, and Ryan was going to riff on them. So out of nowhere, they pull a fast one. They put up a picture of Carolyn's family,
The host.
Okay, the host of the show, her family matching pajamas. It didn't click in with Shauna right away, and she blurted out, "Ew."
I
So-
oohed it.
You oohed the host's family Christmas picture.
It was supposed to be a Getty image, and I couldn't see.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I was
It
just
was
like,
so
"Ugh."
funny. I said, I can't believe you're oohing Carolyn's family.
That's why. So I waved off my bankrupt joke and children aren't yours joke because I just don't want
Smart.
to do that with someone I know. Getty Images, I don't care.
Sure.
You could have saved me by going for the hope that kid's not his.
What's your holiday?
Don't force too much gathering. There's too much people stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of introverts in the world. It's not fair. It's
Yeah.
not fair. Like, I don't want to always do stuff with people. And yet at the holiday time, everything is groups.
We stripped ours down for years. It was crazy. It was like up early on Christmas morning. You do the presents, whatever,
Yeah.
and then we meet my brother and his family for brunch. It was just wonderful to see everyone. We would
Is
race
it?
back, and then we would see my wife's sisters for dinner, and then the
Sounds
Boxing Day.
terrible.
It was just nuts. And we finally said, "What are we doing?" Like, we're not. And the kids were little, and it's just chaos. And we said, "What are we doing? We're not actually enjoying the downtime, like the day in the pajamas that are not matching."
Yeah.
And so I totally agree with you. Strip her down.
I think we do too much. And I think you have to respect your kids. Your kids may not want to do that. It's their time too.
Yeah, they may want to play with the PS4 that they just got or
Yes,
whatever, right?
Exactly.
I agree there.
All right.
Guys, some great holiday do's and holiday don'ts. Appreciate both of you very, very much. Roz, thank you for doing what you do. Mike's over here on my side. You may have seen him run through. It's okay. We work loose here at Bad Parents. Until next week,
That's not a good slogan for the Jack Shack.
which
Work
is
loose?
what?
We work loose.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
actually,
Oh yeah, I know.
I have no problem with that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please badparents@curiouscast.ca. And we'll talk to you next week.